Although I created the shape of the handle quickly in a single feature, there is a fair amount of work remaining to integrate the handle into the rest of the bottle. But before we get to the handle, let's take care of the abrupt transition from the front surface to the back surface. This region will play a role in integrating the handle, so I want to create a smooth transition between the two faces. To accomplish this, I'll be using a fillet. However, because I want this transition to be as smooth as possible, I won't use just a regular fillet. I'll use a face fillet with the curvature continuous option. You may remember the term curvature continuous from the pasta scoop lesson. It ensures a smoother transition than a regular constant radius fillet. To create the fillet, I'll start with a normal fillet feature and select the face fillet option at the top of the property manager. I'll select the front surface in the Face Set 1 selection box and the back surface in the Face Set 2 box. Remember to first activate the second box, otherwise both faces will be added to Face Set 1. Note that when creating face fillets on surface bodies, you may have to manually specify how the fillet works. For example, on this fillet, notice that there are arrows on the selected faces. These arrows must both be pointing to the same side of the selected surfaces and the inside of the fillet. I'll enter a radius value of 1 inch and make sure the curvature continuous option is selected in the fillet options panel. Note that the resulting fillet will not really have a radius of 1 inch. Curvature continuous fillets are spline-based rather than arc-based fillets. Using the curvature display on the finished fillet shows that it's not a constant radius face. Also, note that the mutual trim operation performed earlier resulted in a knit surface body comprised of all the trimmed surfaces, including the two faces being filleted here. This allows the face fillet to be created cleanly. Had I chosen to use a series of standard trims instead of a mutual trim, each face would have been a separate surface body. While you can still create a face fillet between separate surface bodies, the fillet has to either fit exactly or trim away part of both faces. It won't extend a face to create a fillet. Further, the label face would not have been trimmed, requiring additional manual cleanup.